Hi guys, we are here again. The founding fathers of sociology, sub 101 sociology, right? Introduction to sociology. We are talking about Emile Durkheim, another French sociologist, and we'll be fast also to denote his contributions, as you will be expected to note for your exams, right? So, what are the contributions of Emile Durkheim to the beginning of sociology as a science, or society, or sociology as a scientific area of inquiry? Now, he's a Frenchman, right? I pointed that out. Two, Emile Durkheim, I started, he born in 1858 and died in 1917, right? Not necessary for good scholars, you'll be glad to note them too, right? So he's a Frenchman, and Emile Durkheim was the person that secured the autonomy of sociology as an area of discipline. So he was the one that continued, what is what they use, lobbying the parliamentaries and all of those things, and sociology was declared an independent study, area of inquiry. It's no more under any scientific study. It became a separate entity of study. That is Emile Durkheim that secured that autonomy. That is his first contribution. Secondarily, he is the first lecturer and first professor of sociology. I hope I'm being very clear. Emile Durkheim, E-M-I-L-E-D-U-R-K-H-E-I-N, a Frenchman, the first lecturer and first professor of sociology. In fact, the first journal of sociology, please pick it, very important, was written and published by Emile Durkheim in 1896. He's 1896, and the name of that journal, that first journal of sociology, is L'Année sociologique. Okay, that's a French word. Please don't ask me for spelling, right? L'Année sociologique. That is Emile Durkheim that brought that. Now, what are his contributions? Now, apart from all this we have said, there are things we need to know. He wrote 4 books. 4 books he called classics. So his contribution came by giving us the 4 types of society. He gave us, apart from the 4 books, right? There are 4 types of societies, and in one of those his book he discussed that, and he gave us a society of 2 level of society, or categories or types of society. Whereas Auguste Comte gave us 3, he gave us 2. And we're going to discuss that, but we'll start from his 4 books. His 4 books, till date, they are called the classics. Please pick the word classics. The 4 books are called classics, but book 1, book 3, and book 4 are known as the trilogy. That is trilogy, T-R-I-O-L-O-G-Y, the trilogy. But the 4 books, his almighty 4 books, are called the classics. What are their names? The first one is the Division of Labor. Division of Labor was written in 1893. 1893. Division of Labor. The second one is Rules of Sociological Investigation. That's a research textbook, Science of Sociology. Yeah, the Rules of Sociological Investigation, 1895. Very important. That's second classic, right? The third one is Societies, 1897. 1897. And the last book, which is the 4th, was 5 years before he died. That is 1915. 1915. The name is The Elementary Life of a Religious the rudimentary life of a religious life, something like that. The rudimentary life of a religious life. That's the way he put it. So that is his last book. That was in 1912, please. 1912, that is 5 years before he died. I hope that's what I said initially. The classics. Yes. So, in one of his books, okay, the second one where he talked about those research, even the rudimentary life of a religious life, he studied people in Australia. They are called the Arunta people of Australia. In that study, he proclaimed that through his investigation, he discovered that suicide exists in these persons, among the Jews, among the Catholic, among the Protestants, but that suicide is higher among the Protestants. We call them the Pentecostals, all of those things, right? And closer to Catholic, but lower in Jewish population. That this is how suicide occurs. Now, what are his 4 types of suicide? In his book in 1897, he gave 4 types of suicide. Suicide, according to him, there are 4. We have 4: the altruistic suicide, the egoistic suicide, the anomic suicide, and the fatalic suicide. What is altruistic suicide? You should be expecting it in exam. You may see which kind of suicide, or the altruistic suicide is the kind of suicide committed by one of the following. You see Boko Haram, you see the Niger militant, you see the other one, a child, you see a slave, right? So, what is altruistic suicide? Altruistic suicide, a kind of suicide that occur due to, note something, 2 of this suicide occur because of their level of attachment to the rules or to their family, or say their society, while the other 2 occur due to the level of laws and regulations in the society. Now let's discuss it. As I was saying, altruistic suicide occur as a reason of so much attachment to your society, so much attachment to your community, to your group, to your tribe, to the group you belong to. Example, Boko Haram. You will hear them. The meaning of Boko Haram means Western education is not good. And you see them take bomb in their body, and then they'll shout Allahu Akbar and ends it. Right? So, in as much as this is said that have this altruistic nature, right, doesn't mean all Islamic persons are suicide terrorists, if I should use that word, right? So please take note. So when you are ready to kill somebody for insulting the group you belong to, when you want to go and fight just because you are in a team and you become an enemy to other people in the other team, that is altruism. Very altruism, right? Very altruistic. Now, egoistic is the kind of suicide that occur as a reason of loose attachment, little or no attachment. Yes, this is when you hear children say, I don't think it's my mother, I don't think they are my parents, because they have you see the Niger militants felt they are being cheated. They are being marginalized. They are being taken out of what that belongs to them. They are not having their equal share. This is egoistic suicide. They are not feeling the attachment. They are not feeling the love from the government of the day. And they took to such life they are living. That is egoistic suicide. The third is fatalic suicide. The fatalic suicide occur as a reason of too much law and regulation. Yes, this is the kind of suicide committed by slaves or soldiers. You know, during those days in Afghanistan, when the Americans were pursuing Osama bin Laden and everything, you hear in the news that some of the soldiers, American soldiers, right? You understand that these persons have their life almost 4 years in Afghanistan. They haven't seen their wives, they haven't seen their family, all of those things, and they can't quit, right? And the news had it that time at some point that some soldiers committed suicide in the tent. You hear a soldier committed suicide in the tent and all of those things. This, due to these too much rules, they can't go, say no, they can't turn back, but it's not a life worth living, and according to them, right? So that's too much regulation, and the slave girl, the slave boy, all of those in this kind of society, fatalist society that they undergo, right? The last is the anomic society. This one is not too much rules. This one is lawlessness. A state of anomy is a state of lawlessness, often happening when there is NSAS, for example, in Nigeria. Some people wanted to or took advantage of that to loot a lot of things, people's property, right, and to destroy a lot of things. Any war situation, riots, almost and always throw a society to this state of anomy, and this kind of society that occur when there is lawlessness. You see a lot of killings and a lot of things happening because there is no rule and regulation in society. The situation is in a state of lawlessness or a state of anomy, right? The last contribution by Durkheim is his law of two stages. I'm using that word again. So he divided the society into two stages based on their on their level of solidarity. You hear the word solidarity forever, right? So in these two societies, there are two types of solidarity. Based on their solidarity, he called the first stage the mechanic stage. This is almost like that of mechanics, the theological stage of Auguste Comte, right? In this stage, in fact, obedience is spontaneous, very spontaneous. Once you hear a gong or an announcement that the king wants to see everybody rushes. The king says this and that, everybody wants to get there immediately. Nobody, in fact, life was very simple and there is no too much division of labor. Everybody is together, everybody is living life of hunting and gathering food, and life was easier and simpler. There was no so much division of labor. But according to Durkheim, the second stage is the stage of the organic stage. Yes, in the organic stage, remember in mechanic stage, he said that people act before they think. But in organic stage, that people think before they act. They want to know why they are being called. Instead of being spontaneous in action, they are reflective. They think, and life, division of labor was so high here. Because in this stage, we have had the teachers. Everybody is no more farmers. Everybody is no more hunters. Everybody are not palm tappers. Many are teachers. Many are industrial white-collar job workers. Many are still in the market, the farmers, the cleaners, the bikemen, the motorcyclists, as they're called, right? The drivers, a lot of students, right? Hawkers. And remember, I didn't point it out, Auguste Comte discovered that division of labor, this scattered heterogeneity of the society, is one of the things that is causing trouble in the society. So he was looking for how do we bring this together again to be simple enough. But Durkheim saw division of labor as something that will even help to maintain stability in the society, whereas Auguste Comte saw it as something that would distort the stability. Durkheim saw division of labor as something that would bind the society together. Why? Due to the dependency of human needs. According to him, that society division of labor should, as Auguste Comte said, shouldn't be seen as something that should destroy it, but should be seen as something that should bind the society together due to what? The dependency of human needs. In the sense that if you are a teacher, you need, or if you are a doctor, you need the teacher to teach you that. If you are a teacher, you need the doctor for your health. You need the other person in the mosque or in the church You need those hawkers, you need those market women for your the food vendors, right? For your food, for your luxury, for your clothing, for your transportations. You need all these people. Dependency of human needs. So this is the contribution of Emodokain. I am still requesting, please subscribe. This is the way you encourage us so that we can take you to a very roller coaster ride in this channel, bringing everything you need to have your excellent results. Subscribe, like, and share, and I will be expecting your comments in the comment box. Thank you, and see you in the next video.